Anyway, here we are, back again. So essentially this light comes with, I don't know if you can see it in there, that little relay. And what we've got is the wiring from the brake light and the camera. It's plugged into there through what I suspect is some kind of fuse. Oh no, fuse there. Anyway, so I've joined them using these, I think they're called jack locks. And if you're not an electrician, and if you don't do soldering, it seems as easy a way of doing it as anything else. So if you do a YouTube search on how to use jack locks, and you can get these in Halfords, funnily enough. So if you're like me and don't plan anything, then you can yeah, so if you haven't ordered them from YouTube, or not YouTube, eBay, ready for your weekend project, you can always run to Halfords and pick them up. Anyway, there we go. So there's that. And then we've used the jack lock here to splice in the yellow cable, which is this one here. That one there. And that's spliced into, as I said before, this bunch of cables, which is going down towards the reversing light down there. So you remove this tape, find the yellow and blue wire. Can you see that? Yellow and blue wire, and splice it in using your jack lock. And then finally, you take your earth wire and you join that up to your earthing point. Again, perspective view, that's your earthing point. And at that point, apart from heat shrinking the joins there, I've used spade connectors because I don't do soldering. And at that point, this end of the work is done. There's plenty of video cable here, which is AV2, and that cable is through back of this box and it runs all the way to the front. And we'll go to the front now, and here we are. So what we've got here is AV2 plugged in. That's come all the way there from the back. And then what we have is this cable here, which is coming from the camera. And we've fed that wire up through the headliner. You can just see it disappearing up the headliner there. Actually, you can just see me there, but there we are. Up the headliner, and it emerges here above the slidey door. And so what we've done there, from this cable from the camera, we've jack locked into, we've taken this cable here, removed the tape to expose the wiring in the loom, and we've jack locked the red cable from the camera into the red cable in this loom, and we've jack locked the green cable, this one, and that's labelled, I can't remember what it's called, the trigger cable, and that's jack locked in, sorry about this camera work, it's rubbish, into the blue and white. This is, believe it or not, this is a blue and white, there we are, blue and white cable, which is effectively giving power to the camera when you put the van into reverse. And then the thing that confused me a bit was you're then left with this ground wire, which in the absence of anything else, this bolt here is really to that bolt there, sorry, is the bolt, and there's a series of them, 1, 2, 3, etc., which holds the plastic trunking, which is you'll find above your door. Anyway, that's got to come. That came off. Undid the bolt, crimped. I haven't got any here. Anyway, I've crimped that black cable onto a circular crimp and scraped all this paint away to give an earth at this point. And if we then oh, the other thing before we go and show you actually working, one of the problems we had was how to feed this cable through this headliner, and we've come up, where is it, with this ingenious piece of work where we've taken, I don't know if you can see this, this is a piece of garden wire I had in the shed. Ooh. I've doubled it up on itself and wound it around using electric drill, so it's twisted to form a stiffer piece of wire. And then we've fed it, using some ferociously expensive plastic trim tools, we've removed this trim along here. And if you can see, if you get the right trim tool, these pop out along here, and then I fed the wire down through the trim tool, and it pops out where that, where the electric light is. And then you can feed the cable up from the camera, and then it eventually pops here. You'll work it out, I'm sure. If I can do it, if I've worked it out, anybody can work it out. So, I haven't got my car keys. Anyway, and that is it. I think there's one final job to do, and that's, I think some people, when they've got this live cable here, there is a danger of, what do they call it? A ghost drain on your battery. So what some people do is they wire this live into a switch, and you can either switch that on, switch it off. I haven't done that yet, so I may have a flat battery in the morning. Anyway, that's how we've done it. Don't shout at the mess. We'll get some trunking to tidy all that up. We'll tidy that cabling at the back there. But that's how I've done it, and it seems to work. Anyway, that's it. Have fun.